Friends, sometimes it feels like death is everywhere. We have had a lot of bereavements in our church family at St. Peter's Walworth, and it can feel overwhelming. We hold in balance the fact that we believe in the resurrection to eternal life through the resurrection of Jesus. Um, but we also hold in balance the fact that grief is real. And indeed, Jesus wept at the grave of his own friend Lazarus, even though he would restore him to life. And my wife and I were talking about this and wondering how we feel about death. And I was reminded of a metaphor that I heard a long time ago, which is that if we could ask a baby in the womb who has all its needs met, food, nutrition, warmth, care, the reassuring muffled sounds of its parents' voices and the gentle sounds of the world. If we could ask that baby, would you like to be born screaming into a world where suddenly all of that is gone? Everything is louder, everything is brighter. There isn't that comfort of the warmth of the womb and the waters of the womb. The baby might well say, "No, thanks, I'm fine. I really enjoy this." And yet, of course, as we come screaming into the world, very quickly we learn to see the faces of our parents and those who love us and their smiles, and very soon, quickly before we know it, we get to love what we see and hear, and we get fascinated by the world, even as babies. And of course, now, as grown-ups, there isn't any sense in which, I think for most of us, we would want to sort of go back into the womb, even if that were possible. And that actually, perhaps, death as the birth into the new life, the life of eternity, is a bit similar. I know how attached I am to my life, the world, the people I love. And yet, I also know that although St. Paul tells us that death is a mystery, that it is a beautiful vision of heaven, the heavenly city, the continuous worship of God by the angels and the saints, and that actually I probably wouldn't want to go back. So that gives me some comfort, and I hope it does to you. That of course death is a sadness, but also a birth into new eternal life. God bless, folks.